Welcome.
Hi, Ricky. How are you?
How are you? Thanks for having me here.
Thank you so much for being here.
Cool,
This is so weird that I'm talking to you. I mean, you were like, when I was growing up, like, we idolized you. We loved your music. We danced to your music.
Thank you.
We followed you.
Thank
we were
you so
obsessed with
much.
you. And now I'm talking to you, and it's
beautiful
so
moments.
awesome. Welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
You're back. You have an album coming out.
That's true.
Yeah. I wrote it down. Ready? I wrote
Bring
it down.
on. Come on. I know you can speak Spanish.
Because I failed Spanish. So
No.
So I wrote it down so I would say it real correctly. A quien quiera escuchar.
It's perfect.
Yes.
So you speak Spanish, and you want to make everyone think I speak Spanish.
Mrs. Flora hated me. She failed me twice.
Mrs. Flora was
yeah.
teacher?
She wouldn't let me. She wouldn't let us speak in English at all. But when you don't speak Spanish, you need a little bit of English too. She was mean.
That's not the right approach to learn Spanish.
So now I can say it. I can read. But what does that mean?
To whoever wants to listen.
Ah.
Yeah. It's
okay.
my 10th album.
Wow.
And it's I don't want to sound like every artist who comes to perform.
You're not every artist. You're Ricky Martin.
To promote the album, but it's. I haven't felt like this in a long time with my music. It's very romantic. It's all about fusion. It's about mixing cultures, and you have the Latin touch, obviously. But then again, we went to Eastern Europe, and we found some really cool sounds as well, and the Anglo sounds as well. So we recorded it in Australia, in LA, in Puerto Rico, and
it's
Miami.
a global album.
So it is a global album, and I'm really excited. There's something very special. I feel special things when I hear this. It is in Spanish.
We like to feel special things when we listen to music.
No, thank you. Come on.
Speaking of special things, I heard you say that this album is all about baby making music.
No, all right.
Yeah. We're going there.
We have a little bit of that. Yeah, we do. We do have a little bit of that. It's very romantic.
So the entire album is in Spanish.
It is. We do have a few versions in English and some French as well.
Really?
But I am recording right now some stuff in English, but that's another project.
Okay,
but I'll be back. I'll be back with it, and I'll let you know, and I'll present it to you personally. Yeah,
okay, perfect. Listen, I love Spanish music. I don't understand a word of it, but it's all about the emotion and the feeling and the melody. When
I was growing up, I didn't speak Spanish. Excuse me, I didn't speak English.
I was going to say,
so what language do you speak? I didn't speak English, and I would only listen to Anglo sounds, Anglo music.
Wow.
And that's how I learned my English, to be honest. And so I guess it's about the emotion and the feeling of the interpreter, I guess. And I hope you enjoy it.
I heard a few songs, and it sounds really good. What made you decide to come back now? Why was this the right time? Because you took a little break. I know you have two beautiful boys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my God, they're so gorgeous.
Thank you very much.
You should put them to work and make them pay for their own college tuitions because they're so pretty.
Thank you.
Well, why now, and what were you doing this whole time?
I've been writing books.
Oh, okay.
I've been always doing music and always on stage. I'm always touring. I try not to. There's my addiction is being on stage. The reaction of the audience for me is very important. So I'm going to be honest. I've never stopped touring, but 4 years ago was the last time I walked into the studio, and now it felt right to go back into the studio and just let it all out. And I'm not forcing myself to do anything I don't feel like doing. I just felt it was the right time. It felt organic. It felt real, and here I am. It's
not many artists get to that point in their lives where they can say, okay, I've had my big moment, I've made whatever, all my money, or, I had my time, and now I can come back and do as I please. And, I can make the kind of music I want to make, put it out at my my leisure. And I think that says something about you and your status in pop culture.
I'm honest. I love working.
Yeah.
I love working. Sometimes I have to go, stop thinking.
Well, what do you do to relax besides riding your bike? Do you meditate? Do you do yoga?
I wish I'd do more yoga. I almost became a yogi. I was obsessed with yoga for a moment in my life. I would go to India, and I would spend long periods of time in India just with my guru, and I shaved my head, and my beard was down to my chest, and
no way.
It was a moment that I needed to go through that phase. Right now, I have no time for yoga.
Well, that's a good thing.
But my family's my yoga. My family's my religion.
What do you do with your boys? Do you take your boys on tour with you?
Always.
Yeah.
Kids are always with me.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
Do they?
These pants are made out of Velcro. They. I'm just kidding.
That was funny. They're attached to your legs.
I cannot leave them for more than 48 hours. I mean, sometimes you have to travel for 48 hours, you know, and I leave them with my mom or my father, but I just can't. They're my best friends. And
do they know what's going on? Do they know that they're on tour? Do they know who their father is?
Now they know.
They know. Okay.
Now they know. Now they're 6, and every time, you know, they're with me. They go with me to my concerts, and they. The first time they saw me perform, they were like, "Daddy, so you are Ricky Martin," and I'm like, "No, wait, I'm Daddy. No, you're Ricky Martin." It was just hilarious. And the other day, my kid goes, "Man, Daddy, people love you." It was very special. It was really cool.
Sweet. Oh, that must feel so good for you. That
it does feel amazing.
You know, realizing my daddy's special. You know, people love my daddy. You know, I'm not the only one.
It is special. Like I said, my kids are my religion.
So album's out. You're touring.
I am touring.
You're actually going on a North American tour.
I am. I start in April in New Zealand. Then we do Australia, and then we do Asia and Europe for the summer, and we start the US tour in September.
Awesome.
September, October, we are in the US, and then we do Latin America at the end of the year.
So are you gonna be like doing all your old stuff too, like living the
Definitely. It's 2 hours of
because you're high energy.
Ups and downs.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, we start with energy. I'm telling you because I'm designing the show right now.
Oh, I'll help you. We can go through it together.
Thank you. A&R, you know, good.
I got you.
You know the songs that need to be performed.
Oh yeah. Live in La Vida Loca, live in La Vida Loca, live in La Vida Loca. Just play it for 2 hours. Okay. You'll have people dancing the entire time.
We'll get a little bit tired of it. But we definitely we go through everything. We have the romantic side, the acoustic kind of like unpluggy kind of vibe for a moment, and then I always finish with the carnival vibe. And just pushing people to allow themselves to feel free. You know, that's what my concerts are about, and people appreciate it. So